Time now for Restoring the Soul of Healthcare from the HELPCare Clinic in Austin.
Indeed, it is that time at 10 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock on this Thursday morning. And Jason Brandt sending in today for John Wright on Right Here, Right Now, the voice of Moore County and the surrounding area, AM 1480 KAUS. And beings, it is time for Restoring the Soul of Healthcare. Good to talk to two very good gentlemen, Lee Aase and Dr. Dave Strobel here this morning. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Jason. Good to be with you.
Yeah, great to have you with us as always, you guys. And here today, always lots going on at the at HELPCare Clinic. And as mentioned, I guess right now in-person appointments are getting underway in Rochester. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So that's what we're announcing today is that our in-person appointments for HELPCare Clinic Rochester are going to be starting January 9th. So just as when we started in Austin last February, Dr. Dave was seeing patients on Friday and Saturday mornings, and then eventually as we got more members, we went to Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, and have kind of worked our way back. And then we added Stephanie Kimmis as our nurse practitioner. Well, we're kind of doing the same thing in Rochester. We're actually seeing some of those patients now in Austin, or doing it by telemedicine. But beginning January 9th, that'll be the first day that Dr. Dave will be driving over to Rochester and seeing patients in the new office over there.
Yeah, fantastic news.
Yeah. So maybe you could talk a little bit about your transition that's happening as of the first of the year with your other employment and how that just fits so nicely with what we're making the transition to the Rochester opening.
The clinic that I've been serving in the Twin Cities is in Eagan. It has 3 locations in the Twin Cities. Although it does have a Rochester location as well. And that's also a direct primary care clinic, modeled a lot like healthcare. And in fact, my working there formed kind of the basis of understanding how to form healthcare. And so they're not identical, but it's a similar kind of system. But that program is going to be changing. They're changing ownership. And as healthcare has been developed, I had planned to transition away from that practice anyway. And as it turns out, that new ownership is changing as of the first of the year. And so that will just be a natural time for me to end my tenure with that clinic system and be pretty much full-time with healthcare here in Austin and to some degree in Rochester. And hopefully that will be something that continues to grow, and we might then have opportunities even for other locations and getting other practitioners involved in that so that it continues to grow as an idea of unhurried care and restoring the soul of healthcare.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's just kind of poetic almost is that, for the last several months as Dr. Dave has been continuing working with the pipe trades, he's had Mondays be his Rochester day working in the Rochester clinic, and then Tuesdays he goes to Eagan. Well, he's going to still go to Rochester on Mondays, only it's going to be to the HELPCare Clinic Rochester location. And then Stephanie Kimmis, who's our nurse practitioner, lives over by Orinoco. She lives in Orinoco, which is kind of by Rochester, and so she'll be, probably taking more of the days over in Rochester at first. So it's just kind of, providential, I guess, how it's all worked out that we're able to make this transition so smoothly.
We're going to be working together with a chiropractor in Rochester and using some of his space, and we'll see how that relationship goes. Yeah. I'm sure that we have a good relationship now. I'm sure it'll go very, very well.
Yeah, I stopped in there yesterday and met with Dr. Bob Gustafson, who's our chiropractor, I guess, landlord friend. But he's really supportive of this whole idea, and really because of his support for it, it's what's enabling us to get going with it much more quickly than we would have otherwise done. The other thing I wanted this morning as well, called losing weight during the holidays, and that may sound like an oxymoron, like, can that really even happen? But our experience has been that it can, and that It doesn't mean that you have to totally abstain from all the holiday treats. You just need to keep them within boundaries. And I first had some experience with this about 20 years ago when I, had decided that I was 39 and a half. I decided on my 40th birthday I wanted to be able to dunk a basketball. And so starting in early December, I was kind of committed to some health change. And the thing that I found out is you get to January 1st and if you've been already doing this for a while, it makes that New Year's resolution thing way easier. Because it's not just a New Year's resolution. It's not just waking up on January 2nd saying, I can't believe, I got to start something new here. It's saying, we're already on the road and we're already moving. And so right now we've got about 49 members of this group that are on the challenge, and we're sending them some daily inspirational and informational emails to help them along the way and help them, adopt some of those behavior changes, some dietary changes, giving them some of the fundamentals and just encouragement. And then we're also going to be having a get-together, a group coaching session next Monday night at 7 o'clock, so December 19th. And we're making that, it's available to our HELPCare Clinic members to attend in person if they'd like. We're also having a virtual component, so if people want to join online, they can just go to our website and sign up for this program, and we will, they'll be able to participate via Zoom, and we just wanted to make that as broadly available as we can, because it's, and likewise, Lisa and I, my wife Lisa and I had that same experience during 2019, okay, so this was just before COVID. We had kind of recommitted to some lifestyle changes in the fall, the late fall. And then as we got into 2020, and we all know what happened in 2020 with COVID and everything, and a lot of people were gaining weight during that time because their lives were just kind of disrupted. Well, we kind of kept on the losing path. And so we just, the time of year is just one circumstance. But this, and because of because of the treats and all the holiday things that people have, it does tend to cause people to gain weight during this time of year. But what we're here to talk about, what we're talking about in this program is that, if most of the time you're on the right path, if you're limiting your carbs, if you're having a relatively higher fat diet that's more satisfying, and kind of watching when you eat as well, but those are sort of the three pillars of weight loss. But then you can, when it's Christmas Day, you can have the Christmas dinner. New Year's Eve, you can celebrate, and you can step off the wagon, but you just get back on the next day, and then you're still on the right trajectory.
I kind of thought that they misnamed COVID-19. I kind of thought that is after watching it for a while, I thought it would be better to call it COVID 20 to 25.
Yeah, I guess if I could just quickly interject, if you don't mind, Lee, that I guess it's just a matter of basically, and easier said than done, but just when I've found out in the past that when you can I'm okay, I'm going to commit, I'm going to do it, and that's I guess it goes without saying that's probably the biggest obstacle, just to do it, and then when you get into the rhythm of it, it's like wow, this isn't so bad.
Everybody comes to that at that point they want to make change at their own rate. And so people don't mind change too much. They don't like being changed. So they need to do it themselves. And so we want to stand alongside them and help them for as much as they want to.
Yeah, and just one other thing, people talk about it takes 21 days to build a habit, and so between now and the end of the year, we've got 2/3 of that, I got 14 days or so to be able to, 14, 15 days to get a start on it and build some momentum. And then hopefully people will find that I'm kind of liking this lifestyle, and I could still enjoy the Christmas dinner and, some of the treats. I just didn't have them every day. So we just encourage people to visit our website at helpcare.health. That's HELPCARE.health. If they want to learn more about Mayo Clinic, that's where I used to work, about healthcare clinic and our affordable membership model. We encourage them to stop by and see us at 308 4th Avenue Northwest. It's just a block from St. Augustine's. Or they can give us a call at 507-279-2345.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thanks as always for being with us here on AM 1480 KEUS, restoring the soul of healthcare. Aase and Dr. Dave Strobel. Again, gentlemen, lots of great information for us as always, and congratulations on the new location opening very soon in Rochester.
Well, thanks so much, Jason.
Have a great day.